An event is going on, which means there are limited time Eververse cosmetics, and it is important to keep track of which ones are here and which ones are, around for easy to buy things. So, per the usual, most of this stuff is available at any time for silver if you want to buy anything from the general page. But of course, there is the Bright Dust store to still go through. So, on the front, we have Pomegranate Gloss, which is a shader from, I think, one of the first years, which is a unique look because I think it looks pretty cool, but at the same time, it's a weird color combination. Because it's like a red and orange pearlescent with grays, but it looks good, but I feel like it looks weird at the same time. I don't know. It's playing on my eyes a bit, maybe. Maybe that's all it is. And then also we have the Sandcastle effects, which is a trans matte, but it's one of the few trans mattes that are unique nowadays. And then we have Final Instar, which I think is supposed to be another butterfly ship or cicada. It's hard to say what it's supposed to be, but it doesn't look half bad. But in terms of event unique cosmetics, it's hard to pin it to an event. But it does also seem to shader decently well, depending on the shader palettes that you get for it. Although it does seem that gold ring on the front, what's the word? Visor, it doesn't seem to want to change very well. But next is the Tropicasual, which is another of the summer themed ghost shells, which is, as I put in the Discord, just a ghost with the sun hat, which is pretty much the simplest way to put that. But into the main Bright Dust store, for the shaders, we have Vintage Timber from one of the prior years, which doesn't look too terrible. It seems like a chrome and yellow. It does look pretty good in terms of pure armor. Not sure what it has, how it relates to Timber, because I don't see any wood effects, but at the same time, it does still look pretty good. I do recommend it for sparrows. And then we also have Oil Algae, which is similarly in the idea, but a brighter palette, I would say. Similar colors, but a brighter stock. And we also have Welded Brass from one of the prior seasons, Season of Dawn, which is pretty good for general, but if you wanted to get a set of glowing armor that glows a nice purple. So if you wanted to get a purple look with some dark colors, that is a good option. Then from Season 10, we have Golden Age Wine, which is another weird one that might look better on weapons. It doesn't look bad in terms of a themed armor, but if you're just looking for general armor color, I wouldn't really suggest this one. Then we also have Beach Ball Effects, which is a trans matte special to Solstice, if you want to pop out of a beach ball. And then we have Nightmare Emergence from Season of the Undying, which is, popping out like a nightmare. And then we also have Warsat Arrival from Season 10, Season of the Worthy, which is you popping out of a Warsat, Rasputin style. Now, for new emotes and returning emotes, we have Flag on the Play, which is from one of the prior years of Solstice, which is pretty much as you can imagine. Exactly that. That's all it is. Then we also have a Teamwork Dance, which is, I imagine, another one of those, as I always put it, it's another dance. And then we also have the Predator Sun Shell. Now, this one was unique because this came out during the very first year of Destiny, and I swear, I never saw more people use this as thumbnails and clickbait. Because this is one of the best looking ghost shells, and it was introduced in year one. Year one of Solstice, and don't really think it's been well topped since. Then we also have the Micro Mini, which is the original Mini Sparrow. Now, if you need any idea what the Mini Sparrow is, just look up all the videos just literally search up Mini Sparrow, and you'll see plenty of why people love it. Now, we also have Airweight Dawn, which is, I want to say from last year. I think this matches last year's aesthetic for ships, which does have a weird look. It almost looks like a space yacht with some gold, what's the word? Trim? Let me say that. But it also doesn't seem to shader well with that said trim in different colors. But lastly, we have Gray Nitrite, which is a essentially chrome look for Suros regime, in case you want a little chrome look for it, even though it looks pretty great on its own. And lastly, we have Flamingo Projection. It's another projection. Excuse me. And with that, that is everything available for Eververse right now. Per the usual, it is event-limited cosmetics. These won't be back around in the store for Bright Dust or Silver until next year completely, which will be around July of next year. Which may not seem like it, but it can be a whiles away when you're, waiting for it. That being said, my name is Ben Scorpion, and I will see you in the next video.